Hey, my friends, this is The Art of Prepping. Thanks for joining me today. Let's talk about lighters for a moment. Lighters is something that people get all excited about. There's all kinds of stuff that comes out on a regular basis that changes up styles and formats of use. There's lots of different brands, tons of generic brands, um, but a lot of them work, you know? You have different formats. You have jet flames and soft flames. You have electronic ignition systems, and you have the spark wheel and flint systems. You have different fuel options. Some of them are rechargeable or refillable or reusable. Some are made out of different materials. But which ones are best suited for you? I guess you have to look at least for me, how many things they can do. Can they light and can they be used in different weather conditions, including if it's raining outside or windy outside? Can it resist cold weather? And of course, every lighter has its drawbacks and its positives. And so I found out that there really isn't a perfect lighter out there on the market, just to be completely blunt about it. Even though people want to say just buy a Bic lighter and be done with it. But the Bic lighter in its traditional classic format will fail you under certain adverse conditions. For example, if you submerge it, it just stops working. If it's too windy out, it stops working. If you don't protect it and keep it somewhat warm or close to your body in cold temperatures, it will freeze and it will stop working. And so what to do about this? Well, I think there's going to be drawbacks on every different type of lighter out there. So there's no perfect lighter, but we could probably devise a system by using possibly 2 or 3 different types of lighters to kind of offset the weakness of the other. And so I would have to say that the traditional Bic lighter that uses the spark wheel and flint ignition system is going to be an option. It could be one part of the solution, but also the Bic Click, their electronic lighter, is also another part of the solution. Because the Bic Click works much better when after it's been submerged, and at the same time, it doesn't excel at high elevations like the traditional Bic lighters, so they kind of offset themselves. Now, in terms of other types of brands to consider, the Scripto lighter, even though they do give it a bit of a hard time, but it's extremely affordable. And while I have never done like an extreme torture test on them, they all seem to work. It's surprising. For the price, they work really well. And so, you may not like them, and that's fine if you just want to stick with Bic brand. But that's something to consider. If you're into Zippo lighters, you might want to check out a Ronson lighter. And this is something that I've had for a long time. And I think I got it for like well under $10 many years ago at a Walmart in a large city. And it's a refillable butane jet lighter. It's awesome. It really is awesome. And so it has a really strong flame. It has a variable flame as well. Here, I'll just show you. You can see there's the refill port and the adjustable flame on the bottom. And so it's just a bunch of options. Here's some of these electronic lighters that are found at a local dollar store, and those are refillable. So I don't know. There's so many out there. You may want to experiment with them, but I'd say probably just for the obvious that not one lighter can do everything, but if you can find lighters to offset the deficiency of the other lighter, you could probably within 2 or 3 lighters get a system that will pretty much work in most environments. And so that's just something to consider. I've looked into very high-end lighters, survival lighters, for $20, $30, even $50 or more. And I honestly have seen horrible reviews. And especially the countless stories of them failing. And I'm not saying there aren't good lighters out there that are high-end. I'm just saying that every lighter has its problems. And so for me, I've just kind of said to myself, there's no reason to go and buy these expensive lighters. For the most part, lighters between 50 cents and $2 get the job done. unless you wanted something that was made of maybe more durable materials. But even then, you can get something like this for well under $10. So it's just something to consider, just to kind of look at how your lighter works and what stops it from working, and piecing up together a system that will solve that problem, so that at least you can get the capability if you fall into a lake and you're freezing code. And if all you had was your traditional Bic lighter that was flint based, you're not going to have a fire. You could die of hypothermia. But if you had also with you your Bic Click electronic lighter, you could probably get a fire started pretty quick. So just something to think about. As always, thanks for coming along. Hope everyone's enjoying the beginning of fall 2017. You guys take care.